HubSpot is no longer a marketing platform. You're probably hearing that and saying, what? So HubSpot's painted themselves into a corner and done such a good job branding themselves as a leading marketing platform that it's really hard for them to get the message out that they are no longer a marketing platform. In fact, there's parts of the HubSpot toolset that are much stronger than the marketing pieces of HubSpot. What makes HubSpot so powerful today is their automation engine. And the biggest part of their automation engine is workflows. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you the 5 things you need to know to be successful setting up automation workflows in HubSpot. Hi, everybody. My name is Josh Paul from Pipeline Ops, and I run one of the HubSpot user groups. There's a few hundred of them around the world. And each month we gather and we do a workshop and we have a speaker. And there's a lot of hands-on parts to these workshops. And I was in one recently where we were learning about workflows. Now, I've used HubSpot workflows for over 10 years. I've seen them evolve. You can build basically anything to run your marketing, sales, and the back end of your business inside of HubSpot. But there's a lot of people who are new to workflows. And this room for this HubSpot user group meeting workshop was full of people who are new to workflows. And so I left that meeting and I took notes the whole time because I was at one of the small groups helping people map out their very first workflows on paper. And I came up with 5 things that I think everybody should know, 5 foundational pieces of understanding that people should know to be more successful in understanding and growing their knowledge in how to implement HubSpot workflows at their business. So let's dig in. Before we go any further, I want to tell you about some resources on this topic that I posted for you in the description of this video. These are not only going to help you turn more leads into revenue, but give you more visibility into what's working and what's not in your sales process, as well as help your sales team use your CRM and sales tools more consistently and keep your data clean. The first thing that you need to know is you need multiple workflows. Not only multiple workflows to run your business, it's going to be very rare that you have one workflow that handles a complete function, especially as complex as your business may be. So avoid trying to map out your entire business or an entire business process in one single workflow. Don't try to map your entire customer journey in a single workflow or even a small component of that customer journey. Some examples are, let's say somebody downloads a lead magnet from you and you want to follow up with them and then have sales reach out to them if they don't book time with you, if they don't take a certain action. You want to make sure that it's routed to the correct sales rep. That could be 3 workflows. That could be 2 workflows. As it gets more complex, you're going to have multiple workflows. As we go through this video, you're going to see why you want to do that. So having workflows that enroll in other workflows is going to be very important. So let yourself off the hook from mapping out an entire business process, or entire business function in a single workflow. Know that it's okay to have multiple workflows linked together. We were building a decently complex lead routing workflow for a client recently, and it's 6 workflows put together. Workflow is not the name is misleading. It's not an entire function. It's just a tool in your automation tool set. So this lead routing automation we were building, it first checks to see if the lead is owned already. Then it checks to see what country they're in. So there's different layers, and it's actually more organized by having multiple workflows. So you have one router workflow, one main workflow, and depending on that enrolls them, and then depending on what happens, it doles them out and pushes them down the path to the right workflow to get routed to the right sales rep based on the rules for your specific business. So understand that you're going to have multiple workflows in general, but also it's okay to link multiple workflows together. The second thing that I want you to know is that classically, people think of workflows as email drip campaigns. That was one of the only things that workflows could do early on in HubSpot's history. So you'd set up a workflow in HubSpot where when someone met a criteria like filling out a specific form, then an email would go out right away. Another email would go out 2 days later. Another one would go out 2 days after that. Another one would go out 5 days after that. That's what people think of when they think of workflows. But the reality is that 90% of your workflows are going to be internal. This is how you automate your business. This is how you keep your data clean. This is how you make your business more efficient. This is how you make it your lead management process simple for your sales team. It can be complex under the covers, but simple for them because everything is happening and data is moving and changing and staying up to date based on workflows that you've built behind the scenes. So know that when you think of workflows, expand your knowledge beyond email drip campaigns. Your workflows are going to be 90% internal. It's how you're going to build your specific business into HubSpot. Speaking of running your business using HubSpot, workflows only work if you have a reliable, solid lead management structure underneath all of those workflows. You need to make sure that your data is accurate. People are putting data in the right places. Otherwise, none of your workflows work. You can't trust them. I was speaking with a company recently. They have all these workflows set up, but they don't trust their underlying data. So they can't move forward. They can't turn on their drip campaigns. They can't use workflows to make sure that their sales team is following a process because they don't have that underlying piece set up correctly. So this only works. This is number 3. It only works if you have a solid, reliable lead management process. These are your contact properties, your deal properties, your company properties, your ticket properties. All of that needs to be well thought out before your automation is going to be successful. The 4th thing you should know to be successful with HubSpot's workflows is to create reusable routines. I talked earlier about a lead routing workflow or set of workflows. You want to create workflows so that they are reusable in different places in your system. If you have something that checks to see if a lead has an owner already, that's something that can be created once and used in 12 different workflows as your business grows. You kind of have to take your marketing hat off or your sales operations hat and put on your software development hat. So these are reusable workflows or reusable sets of workflows. Think of them as reusable routines that you can activate at any time. And you want to do this, one, because it's more efficient, it's easier on the system, it's easier to plan and think through, it's less time to build, but also the biggest reason is maintenance. If you recreate a workflow multiple times or recreate a set of rules multiple times in multiple workflows, when those rules change, you need to go to 10 different places to change it. And there's a chance it's going to take you longer, and also chances are you're going to miss something and break that automation. And then the last secret to know about being successful with HubSpot workflows has to do with who touches workflows. Workflows are exciting. Automation is exciting. And a lot of people in your company are going to want to have their hands on it. But I'm advising you right now, only have one person or one group touch workflows, whether it's marketing workflows, sales workflows, business operations, customer success workflows. One person should create workflows. That's it. Or one group, so that everybody understands how it's built, why it's built, and that one person is not going to break something because they have that understanding. When I say one person, it's probably 1 or 2 people because you do need that backup understanding. For all of our clients, we run all of the workflows. Our clients do not build their own workflows. They should not touch their own workflows because of the lead management framework is so complex and the automation is so complex that even if someone's building something simple, there's 2 things that happen. We need to know about it and test it and make sure that it's not working. We can do it faster. And then also, you don't want to build something that's going to undo something else. Or a lot of times when we're cleaning up companies' automation, you'll have one workflow that pulls one way and another workflow or 2 workflows that pull the other way. And it just makes your data a mess. And at the end of the day, you want to be able to trust your data, and having clean workflows starts with keeping a lot of hands out of your automation. There's a lot of other parts of HubSpot that other teams will touch, but the automation engine should be under the management of your revenue operations team or your revenue operations partner. All right, so just to recap, the 5 things that you need to know to be successful with HubSpot workflows is 1, you need multiple workflows. It's okay to have multiple workflows, and it's okay to link workflows together. In fact, it's preferred and it keeps you more organized. Number 2, 90% of your workflows will be internal. That's okay. They're not all going to be drip campaigns. Think about workflows as the automation that runs your business, not just external facing communication. Number three, workflows and automation only work if you have a reliable, solid lead management structure underneath in your system. Number four, think of workflows as reusable routines. There's going to be some that are going to be one offs, but where you can, create a reusable routine. Make sure your naming convention is clean as well, so that you can reuse these. You know where to find them, they're organized into folders. Limit the number of people who touch workflows, who create workflows, who modify workflows, because small changes can wreak havoc on your business from marketing, sales, and business operations. So take it from me. I've grown companies using HubSpot for over 10 years, and smart automation has been at the center of all of that. These are the 5 things you need to know to be successful getting started with HubSpot workflows. There's a lot more to learn. So subscribe to this video, subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook to get more tips on how to grow your business using HubSpot.